name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with Veronica, a.k.a. Miss Get It Done, filling in for the Big Skipper today. Good morning, Veronica. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I've seen you had the little jitters before you came in here. You were in and out of the bathroom. Are you okay? Or?
I mean, I'm good now.
I think you've been through worse than sitting through with me for about an hour, huh?
It's just nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah, I mean, you've done TV show. You got several, scenes on the CNBC. Why are you scared to do a podcast for?
I just don't like being in front of the camera.
I got you. Well, I appreciate you taking one for the team while the Big Skipper's on his hiatus doing his thing. Skipper's healthy. Everything's okay. He's got a lot of clients in town. As you know, he's got a couple different things going. So work and taking care of our clients isn't more important than the podcast, but for the company, it's something that has to be done. The podcast comes secondary to taking care of VIP Sports. So anyway, podcast number 93. Gorgeous weather out here in Las Vegas today. This is usually when I ask Skip a player or what he thinks in 1993, or the number 93, I should say. When I say 93, what comes to mind for you?
Oh.
Can you think of anything 93?
93.
How many balls and cocks you might have seen, or?
I was probably about 18 years old.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just talking about the number 93, like how many times you've got down. Or?
Right.
No, I was waiting for you to say not even close.
No.
Make sure you defend yourself here, okay? I'm not the boss on the podcast. You be yourself.
I was a little, oh God, what's the word I'm looking for?
So at 93 means what to you? Like that was a good year back then?
93 was a good year.
What were you, like a senior in high school?
I was a senior in high school.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Now, I know you were a tall drink of water in high school.
Tall and super thin.
Did you have your excitement back then like you do now? Did you know what you wanted, or were you aggressive towards men or shy? Because you seemed like you were shy.
No, I was actually very shy. I was.
Okay.
I was very shy.
So 93 means high school year for you having fun?
Yet.
You haven't came into yourself yet.
Yeah.
Well, women got to get a little older before that. You know what I mean? Even men get a little older and this, that, and the other. But, 15 years old, we realize what that thing does. We just pop them off.
Right.
A girl grows into her sexuality, definitely. Big difference between a senior in high school and a 24-year-old, Veronica, huh?
Right.
Then you move into a 40-year-old one that's going to the whole next level, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Fingertips in the ass.
You name it.
Where are we going with this? Anyway, I really, really appreciate you sitting in with me today. Podcast number 93, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're going to be at 100 very, very soon, and we got a great podcast for you today. Record set in NHL, Major League Baseball, some of the most exciting games that you've ever seen. College football is in full effect. NFL tonight, you got Denver Broncos taking it on tonight to see if they can get the job done. Who knows? But we got a great podcast for you. Before we get into the show today, anybody that wants to get involved with VIP Sports, pretty much this is how it's going down. If you're just looking for a free pick, go to our website at VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We have packages for all levels of players. Whether you're just starting, whether you've been doing it on your own and you're making money and you want to make more, whether you're doing it on your own and you've been losing and you need help, whatever the case is, whether you're new or old, whether you're borrowed or blue, whatever the fuck it takes, I will make you more money than you've ever made in your entire life. So any level of sports better from $100 up to $100,000, we definitely will accommodate you. If you want to subscribe to our podcast, you go to YouTube, iTunes. Don't forget, we read all of your comments. Yes, I do love to hear your comments, unless you're on some stalker shit, but 99% of the comments are good. I can take abuse or criticism or anything like that, but a high-powered motherfucker like me to be hating on me, you got to be hating on life. Huh, Garcia?
Right.
I mean, these motherfuckers, all I'm trying to do is spit the word and make gambling legal and make people a better salesman, better person, more highly powered, motivated individual at the end of the day. But like I said, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at VIP Sports LV. You can direct message me with any message you want. Remember, don't put on my comments on our podcast, I want to sign up with you. I have 20,000. You will get trolled by these fraud guys that act like me. They'll send you a game, say they're my company. I don't email, text, blast, do that to anybody. Remember that. We have an inbound system. People call us. Only outbound we do are our current clients that have been with our company before.
You can also leave a message in the inbox.
Oh, message
direct
on
messaging. Yeah.
So yeah, you can direct. Yeah,
if you want
don't
that
leave
way.
it on the comment. Just direct message us if you're ready to get going, because the podcast and the internet world is so fucked up. I don't even want to get into what's happened to me. I've taken pictures with county commissioners and politicians and high-end people, and my stalker, who won't be stalking us anymore. We got a restraining order over there. Shout out to Mr. Barr. We can't mention his name, and he can't mention us anymore, but restraining order against you. You're getting served today and charged with felony stalking. But it's a shame, because what I was telling you with these county commissioners, like my stalker, they go to you put a picture on Twitter or Instagram, and they have their, what is it called, their address on there, like at,
their IP address.
like Dina Titus and
yes.
Robin Leach. And
their username.
so this, you have your fraud guys, that stalk your competitors, they send them emails saying that I'm a pedophile or a stalker or this or that, because they can lie all they want. So I can't tell you how deep it goes when you leave shit on there. That's the whole reason why I don't post hundreds of thousands of dollars in sports tickets anymore. It's the whole reason why I don't take celebrity pictures like I do all the time before. This internet shit is so fucked up, I just can't even do it anymore because of the stalkers in the sports consulting industry. 9 out of 10 people are unlicensed, pitching in their underwear. They're what we call Twitter gangsters, email gangsters, telephone tough guys. Claim to be having a big company and claim to be a world-class handicapper when they're doing a podcast from their one-bedroom apartment in their room. They're not betting any money themselves. They're not in Las Vegas. They don't deal with players, coaches, and CEOs. So, in other words, how are you going to take advice from somebody that doesn't live in Vegas, doesn't bet hundreds of thousands themselves?
Right.
How do you take a game or a bet from a motherfucker that lives in Florida and doesn't bet himself?
I don't understand it.
One thing about me and why I've been successful, I've never asked anybody to do what I don't do myself.
Right.
If I can't show my room 7 deals a day myself, I wouldn't ask them to do it. I think that's what you love about me. I can show you better than I can fucking tell you.
Right.
So it is what it is. But before we get into the podcast, I want to give a shout out to the military heroes, everybody at the Armed Force Radio Network. Sincerely, thank you for keeping our country safe. My job here at the VIP Sports Podcast, the only reason why I do the podcast is help to support the legalization of sports betting. Tell you what's going on in the news, entertainment, more importantly, how to be a better sports bettor. Fuck all the bullshit. My job is to teach you how to be better against the spread. Remember I told you last week, I'm not a statistician. What is it? A statistician. I don't have a degree in sports. I don't know who played in 1954 and don't give a fuck and don't want to. What I am is the baddest motherfucker at making money betting sports against the spread. So at my show, you're not going to get a certain stat about a player in 1954. He was 8 out of 13, led the league for 17 years. Buddy, I could read a script and do that ESPN shit better than Rich Eisen in any of them. I won't say Dan Patrick because he's an OG and I like him. And I actually like Rich Eisen as well, but I'll eat him alive when it comes down to reading the script and doing that type of shit. Putting on a 3-piece suit, I'll take over the game. Sorry, $500,000 a year doesn't do much for me. How are you going to make $100,000 a year if I'm making only half?
Right. I don't know.
Best believe if I didn't make millions of dollars a year at what I do, I'd be on ESPN doing this for you guys. But we're going to give it to you raw. No OJ, no straw. Fair enough? So more importantly, shout out to the Armed Force Radio Network. You can catch our show Fridays at 11:30 a.m. Again on Mondays at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Shout out to all you troops out there. I hope I entertain you. I hope I make you laugh. And I appreciate you keeping us safe. I mean, you wouldn't mind running into a U.S. troop on a break that might be single, huh?
Of course
You
not.
said you're always looking for that scruffy guy with a beard that just bends you over and just fuck you hard, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did I go too far with that,
maybe.
guys? I'm sorry. I talk to you like we're friends on the air. My God, guys. But as a professional, I got to talk like a lady. You are very ladylike. You do say you like a rough. When you say you like a rough, bearded, bigger guy, I kind of think of like a military dude on his break or something, huh?
That works, yes.
What do you like in your guys, Veronica? Before we get in the show, we want to ask these. We want to see if anybody's match up to what you want to do.
Sense of humor, scruff.
Sense of humor?
Gotta have some kind of scruff.
You gotta have a scruff?
Some kind of facial hair, yeah.
What if he had just a nice shave like myself, but a big old cock on him? Would that?
Well, I mean,
Would you
don't
bring
see
that
the
into
top
consideration?
Right away, but,
I mean, because what if he has a scruff? He's a big dude. He has, because he has that fucking tool belt on or whatever, and he comes out with a 5-inch cock on you. Then what? Are you still excited
I don't know
or?
what I would do. Probably.
You're 5'10". There's not much you can do with a 5-piece.
5'11", sir.
5'11", not much you can, with absolutely tiny feet. That's fucking crazy.
Right, no,
You're 5'11" with a shoe like Kelly.
I don't have tiny feet. They're size 10.
They are, but your toes, they look like they're absolutely
They look-
small.
I have nice feet for big ones.
Absolutely. Well, Veronica, like I said, she's 5'11". Like I said, you better be able to take care of business. If you're not an athlete or a superstar or someone that knows how to manhandle something, don't even that. She's not in your category. Like I said, I know I couldn't handle it. I'm too weak. I haven't been in the gym, and a motherfucker like me, I gotta. Like I said, how tall is Kelly?
I'd be throwing you around.
Oh, definitely. You fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Huh?
Kelly's got to be, what, 5'7"?
5'7",
I'm not sure.
and her foot size is what, a 4? No, it's a 6.
Probably a 6, yeah.
So she's small as well, but
Yeah.
shout out to her. But yeah, back before we get into the podcast, if somebody's trying to get down, or what do you like in a guy, Veronica?
Like I said, sense of humor. Really, a connection, really. I don't know. I
Will
can't
you
really
stop
say
with your
that I like
connection
anything
shit?
else.
Now you
Gotta
sound like
be a
you're trying to be a
connection.
professional on the show.
There really
You're
is.
out at the bar, a guy buys you some Don Julio
Yes.
1942, you
Well,
catch a
okay,
fucking
well,
buzz,
with Don Julio,
you're with
that's
your
a different
homegirls,
story.
you caught a buzz, you're with your homegirls, what do?
We start chatting. That's
You
it.
start
I mean,
chatting, you
it's
say
a
what's
pretty
up,
complete
and if he's
conversation.
saying, okay, and if he's saying
That's
the
what
right
I'm
stuff,
saying. There's got to be yes. If there's right stuff, then we're gonna probably be in the parking lot.
now
In his truck.
there's the real Veronica. So if your conversation is good and you're a little drunk and you like what you see and he passed your test, there's a good chance we might fuck outside in your truck.
Probably his
Boy,
truck.
yeah, his
If
truck.
He's got one. He
And
better
by
have
the
one.
way, the reason why she says truck, I get mad at her all the time. I come in here and she's got country fucking music blasting all day long. That's all she's listening to. I love my dog. I kick my girl. I drink my beer. I don't give a fuck. Does that sound pretty good?
That sounds good.
Fuck,
yeah.
I should give me a country CD out there, huh, Garcia? But to all Cowboys, let's not get it twisted. You are looking for a cowboy cock more than anything. Would that be fair to say? You want a
Blake
cowboy,
Shelton
right?
Of sorts.
A Blake
Of
Shelton?
sorts, yes.
Okay.
Blake
All right.
Shelton's mine. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, I love it, and thanks for coming today. You're always fun, and like I said, me and Veronica, when we talk, it's no disrespect for women or men. We're friends for a long, long time, and we can talk to each other professionally however the fuck we want, right?
Exactly.
So that's how that goes. Anyway, let's start with NHL opening night, which was absolutely amazing. There was NHL history. Austin Matthews, a 19-year-old rookie, or should I say absolute stud. This guy was the first-round draft pick in the NHL Hockey League this year, okay? So he was the #1 pick. He's been getting talked up and saying this guy is serious, this guy's good, this, that, and the other. He got drafted by the Toronto Maple Leafs, okay? So this guy scores in his opening debut, in other words, his first game as a professional hockey player for the Toronto Maple Leafs, scores a debut 4 goals.
4 goals.
4 fucking goals.
I saw
That, just to let you know, I know you're not really into hockey, is amazing.
Right.
For somebody to come in and score 4 goals, it'd almost be like a man shooting off 4 nuts.
Right.
I mean, it's really amazing. I
was watching the highlights. The goalie looked pretty pissed off that he
yeah,
did
well,
it 4 times.
it's not a matter of the goal. Hear me out.
He looked mad.
He scored. Listen, Matthews is coming out the gate as an all-out superstar. Listen to this stat. He scored on his first 3 shots and only took 6 total.
Right.
So to play hockey and only take 6 shots total and score on 3 of them
Right.
is absolutely fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
Okay? It's like being, a guy on a 1 to 10 that's a 5 talking to, 6 girls and fucking 3 of them.
Yeah.
So that's unheard of unless he's at a fucking zoo or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, hear me out. This is the fucked up part. They ended up losing 5-4 to the
Yeah.
Senators, But what an unbelievable and historic debut for Matthews. No rookie has ever scored 4 goals in his debut, nor scored all 4 goals of the team's goals for the day. They only scored 4 goals. He scored them all.
And he scored them all.
Straight rookie. Shout out to you, Matthews. An unbelievable performance. Everybody on the news is talking about him. Everybody everywhere is going crazy. And as they should be, you're a superstar. Congratulations to you, my friend. Anyway, moving on. There's not too much to talk about in NHL, even though the season just started. We're making all of our money in college football. Let me take these fucking glasses off. My God. Versace glass. I did smoke a little Absolute Blowout Kush. For those people that don't know, my strain is out all over Colorado, all over California. It's called the Steve Stevens AB Absolute Blowout Kush. It's a hybrid. It's sativa and indica mixed together, and it's a weed that motivates you. It's a weed that'll get you excited, and it's a marijuana that'll take you over the next level. And it's a weed that, when it comes legal and recreational here in about 2 months, that'll make me another 10, 20 mil. I'll make sure we give you a little bit of that, Veronica.
I appreciate
We'll make
that.
sure the
Nice.
family runs the cultivation centers and all that type of stuff, okay?
Yay.
And my strand, they pay top dollar, and I know it's going to sell big time out here. Let's get back to what I do know. Talking about living it up, talking about the hype, talking about knowing what the fuck he talks about. Let me look in the camera. How many times did I tell you guys that we were getting the Las Vegas Raiders? Veronica, out of everybody I know you got a little Essa in you.
Oh,
I
yes.
know that you're a fucking Raider fan, Garcia.
I hope they get here.
You're a
Believe me.
fucking Raider fan.
Yes,
It's
I
not a
am.
secret or whatever.
Raiders.
Hey, and you don't have any problem with the Raiders coming here, do you? Because
Oh,
the reason
hell
why I
no.
want to ask you is,
Yes.
but you're a diehard. I mean, it'd be true to say you represent, what nationality are you?
Mexican.
Okay,
Irish.
and you rep it very well, right?
Mexican Irish.
Okay, but, I mean, you speak
Yes,
full,
yes.
¿qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó?
I mean, you do speak fluent Espanol, correct?
Yes, I speak, yes.
Huh?
Fluent Spanish, yes.
Okay,
Sí,
so,
hablo español.
okay, so do you have any problem with the El Raiders coming to Las Vegas?
No problem at all.
Huh?
No problem at all. I'm excited about it.
You should be. And ladies and gentlemen, I've told you that this was going to happen. I told you that Las Vegas was getting a team, and I'm going to break it down for you one more time. I'm a born and raised kid, 3rd generation Las Vegas, that has a lot of connections. The reason why the media, the reason why you guys, and no one really knew about this the whole fucking time, is because you ain't from here. And people that are from here keep a tight secret, like the Fertitas. I'll get back to that in a minute. Anyway, I told you guys that Las Vegas was getting the Raiders. Here's the deal. Nevada Senate passes the bill to fund the new stadium for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
Give a congratulations shout out. I told you that we would come up with the money. I told you that we would get it done. I told you that we would mix UNLV. And UNLV would play at the stadium as well. We would mix those two together, and we would get the funding from the politicians. And sure enough, we did. In a 16-5 vote, the Nevada State Senate on Tuesday voted to approve the plan to use $750 million in public funds to build the new stadium for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I couldn't be more excited because Vegas is going to be able to handle this team. Las Vegas fans are going to stand behind this team. And mixed in with the people that were hardcore fans, mixed in with the hardcore Vato Locos that were stabbing and killing people at the games and shit for the Raiders, mixed in with you guys and us because we're great fans and we're going to rep. You got to realize they're going to be the Vegas Raiders now, so they're ours. They're not yours no more.
Nope.
However, we will open arms to all you Oakland people. I love Oakland. I put it down for the Bay rep in Oakland. Shout out to everybody in Oakland. We will open arms, everybody, but understand this, it's going to be our team. So we'll set the tone with our fans and support. We're going to support our team 110%, but we're not going to hurt and stab nobody. We're going to make sure that it's a party team. We make money, we support our team, and then make sure everybody creeps out into the hotels, not to rob people, but to spend money in our casinos.
Spend money, yep.
That's exactly what the fuck we're going to do. So we're going to rep it between the fans. I told you, I've been at sports books nonstop. We've already been supporting the Raiders as if they're ours. And when the sports books are full with Raider fans, those are Las Vegas people repping. You don't have to necessarily be here to Raider fan. You just got to live here, right?
Just got to live here.
But anyway, 16-5 vote passes to get the stadium. The plan now moves to the state assembly, which is pretty much the easy part at that point. But I said it would happen, and it would. And let me tell you the inside secrets of what I knew. See, the Fertittas are behind all of this, and I want to give a shout out to the Fertittas. I love you guys. What you've done for Las Vegas makes me feel good about putting my son in school here and my daughter and raising my family here. Fertittas, if you don't know, own the Station Casinos. Right. They started off with the casinos, and they built a billion-dollar industry just off casinos. Then they bought a little thing called UFC for Dana White, which they sold for $4 billion recently to Ari Emanuel. Shout out to Ari. My first meeting in Hollywood was with Ari Emanuel, Steve Levinson, and Michael Lombardo at HBO.
Nice.
Mark Wahlberg, Hole in One Productions. That's a pretty serious meeting, huh?
Yeah.
For a motherfucking kid from North Las Vegas.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we're definitely going to get the team. We're very, very excited. The Fertittas are the ones that have literally taken over Gorman High School. As you know, we have the #1 high school in the planet right now. And that's thanks to Fertittas and Coach Sanchez. I'll give you guys some more Las Vegas background so you can understand this shit, okay? This was all planned, and closely tight-knit people knew about this. The reason why they sold the the UFC was why, Veronica?
That I don't know.
To have $4 billion to buy the Raiders. I don't want you to know. I'm just trying to give you guys game. Nobody knows, okay? But it's so much more than that. They've already taken over Gorman High School, the #1 high school in football. The field they play on is called Fertitta Field. They built the field.
Okay.
So what we were tired of doing is taking our high school people and sending them to USC, Stanford, Miami, Notre Dame. We were creating all these high school phenomenon people for college, and then they weren't going to UNLV because our program was terrible and no one wanted to go to UNLV.
Right.
So what did the Fertittas do? They made a power move. They made Coach Sanchez, which was the #1 world champion coach of Gorman High School, and where did they put him? To UNLV. They made him the UNLV head coach. He's been our head coach for the last couple years.
Right.
He's a friend of mine, him and his son. Shout out to Coach Sanchez, great guy. His son and Sean play baseball together for the last couple years, and he's a real good guy, man. Completely different off the field than on. See, I'm a fucking charged battery nonstop.
Right.
You know, I'm at home. D, you want to get a bath? You want to get it? You want something to eat? Oh, you know you do.
Right.
You know, he's a real calm, good person. I actually asked him advice, you know, like when your son, like Sean, he's such a good player, but when he's at home, he doesn't want to practice, and I don't want to be one of those people that make him practice.
Push him, yeah.
So I asked the coach, what do you do? And he gave me little fundamental things on how you make it fun. Make it fun for him to make him practice, because he's a hard-nosed fucking guy. And you get a hard-nosed coach like that that's telling players, get your fucking ass up, give me 50 more. Well, how do you talk to your 6-year-old?
Right.
How do you treat your 12-year-old?
Right.
And he was telling me he makes it fun and different things like that. He said, big difference between boys and men. Sports are completely fun till you get on a high school level where you turn into a man, and that's when you take it serious. And I completely agree with everything he says. Let me finish the power move, though, for you squares out there. So Sanchez's brother, which was another phenomenal coach as well, took his place at Gorman. Shout out to Sanchez, because he's kicking ass as well. So now we got the brother of Sanchez from the Fertittas that's put in Gorman. So Gorman's still the #1 school. His brother took over what he built, and now he's at UNLV rebuilding. So UNLV now has a solid team. We have Coach Sanchez.
Right.
The Fertittas are involved for bringing him over to UNLV. Fertittas are now donating all of a sudden $10 million to UNLV out of nowhere. Is this all coming together for you squares yet? They're taking over UNLV too. So it was a fucking power move, a Las Vegas power move that I am so excited about, because these are Las Vegas boys. And by the way, Fertittas have done a lot of power moves. We'll get into that later. But not only UFC, I've seen it do it with Las Vegas reservations. Tim Poster and Tom, they had a TV show about the casinos. They bought the Golden Nugget a while back. But they had a reservation company that Fertitta negotiated for $200 million. It's not the first time that Lorenzo and Frank have taken a small company, blown it up for hundreds of millions, and selling it on top of their casino. So they're superstars. Hold on. And they know what they're doing, because they just monopolize this whole Las Vegas situation.
Yeah.
We got Gorman on lock. He put Sanchez, the coach, over to UNLV. Now we donate to UNLV. He sells UFC to buy the Raiders. Okay? So now we cut a deal with the Raiders that UNLV and the Raiders have to play in the same place.
Right.
So now let me tell you what that means for people that are born and raised in Las Vegas, or people raising their family in Las Vegas. Your son gets to go to a phenomenal school. Faith and Gorman are the two best high schools out here, period.
Right.
But my son, you know, if you're blessed enough to have the money or you get him in on a scholarship, I'm going to make my son work his ass off to earn his way into Gorman. Because Gorman will come scout you out, too.
Good, yeah.
You know, but he's a sure in with my buddies. I mean, they all go there, all my friends, you know, so all my friends' kids go there. I mean, Lorenzo's a friend of mine. And so here's what we pretty much monopolized out here in Las Vegas, guys. We're running Gorman, #1 high school. Now when they're the #1 recruited person, they don't leave the state. Guess where they go? UNLV. When they become superstars at UNLV, where do they want to go and what would be their dream to play?
Raiders.
So could you imagine one of our kids, guys, for us people out here who rep Las Vegas, whether you're from here like I am, born and raised 3rd generation, or you live here and rep Las Vegas, could you imagine how fucking exciting? And by the way, it's going to be the same way in baseball. But could you imagine, like if my son, and I'll just tell you how I'll feel, could you imagine if your kid goes to school, works his way up and gets into Gorman, goes to UNLV and goes to the Raiders, all 3 Las Vegas teams being from Vegas? Would that be not the coolest shit in the world?
So cool, yeah.
But I'm just letting you know, guys, that's happening. Be excited and support it. And Oakland fans, we're going to rep you. Don't ever forget that. We're open arms to you guys. So don't bring all that rowdy bullshit out here. Drink beer, have fun, but spend money. It's like I said, we don't have $20 prostitutes. If you're going to come out here and get drunk looking to fuck, bring 500.
Right.
It's a 500 minimum out here. You know what I mean? But, and remember, it'll be our team, Las Vegas Raiders. So come on over and support it because we're going to support the fuck out of that team. Anyway, let's move into college football, Veronica. There's 4 Big Ten teams are ranked in the top 10 for the first time since 1960. #2, Ohio State. And guys, like I said, Veronica's just here to sit in. I wasn't going to do the podcast with Skip on hiatus, but I love you guys and I want to give it to you. So I'm pretty much just going to give you the stats, go over some numbers, and let you know what's going on with sports, while Veronica chimes in and does our things. But there's 4 Big Ten teams that are ranked in the top 10 for the first time since 1960. Can you think of them? Ohio State, #4, Michigan, #8, Wisconsin, and #10, Nebraska. Now, Ohio State is -10 at Wisconsin. Over-under's right at 44, okay? So looking at Ohio State being right around -10, at Wisconsin on the road, I mean, at home who's been a little bit iffy. I don't fucking know, man, but I can tell you one thing. That is a power play that I'm playing on Saturday. It's a game that I'm putting a lot of money on it. That's why I don't want to speak too much. But Ohio State -10 against Wisconsin at home. The over-under is -44. That's pretty much what I'll do about that game. Michigan only giving up 10.3 points a game. That is absolutely amazing defense. Okay, I can tell you right now, in college football, that means, Veronica, their team is only 10.3 points a game. That means their defense, they're only giving up 10.3 points a game, the entire game. So their defense, phenomenal job. Ohio State only giving up 10.8 points a game. First and second ranked in that category, points allowed. So I got a poll question because a lot of people have, and guys, this question ain't here. I mean, this question isn't a question that I came up with and I'm all excited. So, but I am going to give you the answer, what I think. This is a poll question for you guys commented out there on YouTube. Do you think Ohio State and Alabama can beat the Cleveland Browns, yes or no? My answer is abso-fucking-lutely not. Those are boys against men, and as terrible as Cleveland is, Cleveland would beat the fuck out of Alabama and Ohio State. Skip said in the past that it could probably be done, but I don't believe it. I mean, just on the outside looking in, you think a college team's going to beat a pro team?
I would say the Browns, yes.
Oh, well, see, you're an NFL fan, so the Browns must really be a shitty team. So, guys, like I said, don't read through that shit. You better look at boys against men and answer that question. Do you think Ohio State or Alabama could beat the Cleveland Browns? I absolutely think they cannot. Moving on, NFL ratings are down across the board. A lot of different explanations. The debates, no more draft, fan kings or fan duels, and I mean draft kings or fan duels. How many times did I have to tell those sorry motherfuckers to listen to me?
Right.
I mean, now they're out of business. No one's here with FanDuel. You guys were running an illegal sports book. You computer dorks were making hundreds of millions of dollars and they never did anything to promote the legalization of sports betting. Okay? So now, as smart as these guys are, you think they would have been a little sharper about how they went about their business. You know what I mean? Because, you know, DraftKings and FanDuel made a lot of people watch football. See, Veronica, when you're really popular like they are, number one, they already knew they were doing something that was illegal and against the law anyway.
Right.
All it was an illegal sports book, able to make bets on how many yards a guy's going to have. I mean, even more prop bets than they do here in Las Vegas.
Right.
Everybody knew it was a sports betting operation. I mean, I've said it a million times with Skip. If a guy like me would have opened up FanDuel, I'd be doing 40 years in prison right now writing a book.
Right.
It took computer geeks and millions of dollars of lawyers just to keep it going. But this is what I said the whole time. When they had their 15 minutes of fame, if they constantly, listen, if you bring in $1 billion, if you see that you guys are doing something that you know is not right, because any type of firm businessman, any type of politician, any guy like myself in sports knew it was a straight sports book running illegally and wouldn't last.
Right.
Okay? And we knew Vegas, we got rid of it right away, like fucking sweat on my balls. They're like, get out of here, little guys. Because, you know, gambling, when you do it right, it has to be regulated.
Right.
And by the Gaming Control Board, it's got to be right. You got to be dealing with licensed parlors that pay you and not some offshore fucking company that, you know. But here's the deal. If they were bringing in billions of dollars, half of that money should have been milking the politicians, and the other half should have been spending money on bills to support and pass the legalization of sports betting, you stupid motherfuckers. Excuse my language. I told you that shit for the last couple years. But they want to have guys popping bottles at the end. And I mean, have people celebrate that, win money on your site. But they didn't get in any support of making gambling legalization. They didn't support any bills.
Right.
They had the power to come up with a bill, have all the millions of people that were playing fantasy football with them would have voted on the bill, and they could have literally, with myself and the politicians, made gambling, sports betting legal in about 15 different states, which would have made you guys billions of dollars. It would have, when sports betting is legal, I'll say this to you guys again, don't get down and out because you're going to get canceled and you already have and you ain't making what you have. Just get rid of your attorneys, run your normal fantasy football place, and when sports betting becomes legal, you motherfuckers are going to make billions. I'm going to come monopolize you guys and strong arm you motherfuckers as soon as it does, because with what you guys have set up, keep your technology up, and I'm not playing with you, FanDuel and DraftKings. You're not going to come around here and run an illegal book, but what you're running is phenomenal. And when sports betting becomes legal, your company will be legal, and that will be a multi-billion-dollar company. Yeah. But you guys ran it wrong. You didn't help support the legalization of gambling. You took all your money and you'd rather pay attorneys than to support and create a bill and have all your people vote on it to make sports betting legal. You took your 15 minutes of fame and fucked up, and now no one even knows who the fuck they are anymore. You understand that? Did you just get a penis picture?
I did.
You just got a dude, did you just get a picture of fucking dick on your phone? What the fuck is going on? I can't even get your attention for the podcast. My God. Anyway, that's pretty much the deal with FanDuel. The reason why I went into that rant and rave, I was talking about ratings. They said the ratings are down, but the reason they were saying that they're up, because here's the deal. Twitter has a live feed on the games now. So I just want to make something clear. TV ratings are down, like NBC, ESPN. Right. They're only down a little bit, but overall they're up. You know why? People are streaming it through Twitter. Millions of people are streaming the game. So overall, football is up in viewership, but TV rating-wise, it's a little bit down. But it's a good thing, though, because more people are watching football. I'd rather somebody watch football on Twitter, on an airplane, or somewhere than not watch it all. A lot of people can't get to a fucking TV.
Right.
So to all you people out there, just to break it down, overall views are up. More people are watching football more than ever. And for a guy like myself, and for Las Vegas and sports betting, it's just more money. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and the more people watching, the more people that want to make money. Because after all, don't forget, guys, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and there's more money to be made betting sports than any other investment in the world. Don't forget that. You deserve your fair share. Let's move on a little bit. Let's talk about Dak. Okay, I'm going to ask you because I know you know both of the quarterback because you hate Dallas. Dak Prescott or Tony Romo? Just answer the question. We already know the backup's playing better right now. Is it because you like Tony Romo and you?
No, I was going to say Dak because I like the way he looks better
okay.
than Tony Romo.
So
I don't think Tony Romo's.
Is he the homeliest looking motherfucker in the world or what?
I mean, a lot of people think he's really good looking.
Well, in Dallas, you put a cowboy hat and some boots on him and you add that money, anyone's going to want to fuck him. There's a lot of women out there in Dallas, but let me give you some stats that makes you even like Dak a little bit more. Okay. Prescott has 0. Prescott has 0 interception in his first 162 passes, only 10 away from Tom Brady's record to start a career. Romo's famous for throwing terrible interceptions, especially in big games. So let me go over that with you one more time. Right. Prescott has 0 interceptions in his first 162 passes. Very impressive. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes,
I mean, you watch football, you know about that. To be only 10 away from Tom Brady's record to start a career, one of the best ever. Tom Brady's a fucking pimp.
Right.
To be only 10 away from him, this guy is superstardom, and that's going to bring me into my next thing. Cowboys are 4-1. Should rookie Dak Prescott keep the starting job in Dallas when Tony Romo comes back in a few weeks, yes or no?
Yes.
Damn, Veronica. And I agree with you.
Of course he should. I mean, he's doing a good job right now. Why take him out?
I'll tell you why. Because Jerry Jones is a fucking dickhead, and he's done it before, and he'll do it again. Right. He'll take a backup quarterback that's doing good, missing games, that get him momentum. And, well, I remember that when the redhead did it, I can understand your superstar comes back to you put him in. Romo has proven over and over and over he's not that good, dude. Right. I don't know if he's fucking Miss Jones or if he has a relation, because Jerry Jones' wife's constantly talking about how she adores him. And, you know, he's not one of those players. Romo's not one of those players that's at the club driving Ferraris, eating Mollies and fucking everybody in Dallas. He's out there at the ranch with Jerry and talking about business and eating dinner with the family and doing other things.
Kissing ass.
Yeah, kissing ass, which, you know, probably wouldn't be too bad of a thing to support your kids and make an extra $200 million fucking dollars.
Totally.
Hey, buddying up with a billionaire is not too bad. I would know. Shout out to Money Mayweather. Loved your strip club, brother. He went and gave me an exclusive look the other day. Can't release the name yet, but it's coming real soon. And it's
I noticed you left
It's
early
small, but it's going to be hand selected. It's going to be a beautiful club. So I'll tell you why. Jerry Jones, for some reason, these guys love Tony Romo because he feels like he's my investment. I paid for him. I've chosen to go with him over the years, and I'm going to play him. He's my guy. But, Jerry, you are dead fucking wrong if you bring sorry-ass homo Romo back when Dak is kicking ass and breaking fucking records.
Right.
Any Dallas fan out there, you know as well as I do, you need to get rid of Romo. He's never been what everybody thought he is. The only reason why you fans from Dallas rep him is because you rep your team, and I'm not mad at you at all. That's what you're supposed to do. But Tony Romo's not that good. You know, I think the best thing he ever did was fuck Carrie Underwood, huh? Fuck, that's pretty good for a fucking dude like him, huh?
Yeah.
I think he was battling Underwood and another blonde bitch, too. Jessica Simpson.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, out of those two, you, well, for Tony Romo, if he had a choice out of those two, take Jessica, because you need a dingy-ass fucking girl. You know, Carrie's going to sit there and be a normal girl, maybe hit the joint with you and be a normal-ass conversation, make you laugh. She's smart. Jessica's over there farting, looking at you. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm not fucking Jessica Simpson. No, thank you. Shout out to Jessica Simpson, wherever you are. Is she doing anything?
I have no idea.
Oh, my God. Huh? I heard that she was, you know, she got heavier, whatever, and she got back on track, though. So, you know, a lot of people that do TV, dude, you know, even a lot of people here, myself, Skipper, you know, it fucks with your head, dude. Could you imagine what the fuck she's been through?
No.
So shout out to even Jessica keeping her head straight and not going absolutely fucking crazy. But Romo, you had a couple pieces. You just couldn't keep them or whatever. You ever thought about fucking staying fucking Carrie Underwood rather than fucking Jerry Jones?
She's married now.
Yeah, well, I understand. I was just giving a point. Like,
Yes.
he'd rather put his dick in Jerry's ass than her. I mean, not a good decision. Cowboy fans, Veronica says it, I say it, get rid of Romo. Do not play him. You let Dak run that fucking ball in that pill until he gives you a reason not to take him out.
Exactly.
In other words, give me the trust and confidence that I asked for until I do something that's not worthy.
Exactly.
And so that's my outlook on that. And that game, by the way, Dallas's next game is against Green Bay, who, you know, they're a good team. They've been struggling. They're not the team I thought they were. Even last week, you know, the spread was 7, lands right on 7.
Right.
That Green Bay, I've said it before, I'll say it again, is not a team to be betting, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you once again, because I am a superstar, I think I've been hollering about 2 teams against the spread before the year started, Minnesota and Atlanta. Last time I checked, they're 90% against the spread. Talk what you want about me. Talk whatever the fuck you want, but don't ever fucking tell me that you know somebody that makes more money betting sports than I do. Don't tell me that there's another guy out there that wins more games against the spread, period. Are there people with more money? Abso-fucking-lutely. In my industry? No. Anybody win more in my industry? No. So just remember that as well. And listen to the shit I say, because me and Skip bring you knowledge every week. Cam Newton was injured in the loss against Tampa Bay. Oh, poor Cam, huh? All that dancing around and his dumb shit my daughter does. But anyway, Cam was injured in the game. And, you know, Carolina slides to a 1-4 record. People ask me, are they done? Probably more than the burnt chicken I had last night I left on the grill, okay?
Right.
These motherfuckers are a fraud. For them to do what they did last year was amazing. They were just blessed, or they obviously were all praying at the same time, or whatever the case is. But a couple of them obviously went back to the devil. You know, the guy that's secretly fucking Randy, he went back to Randy. The guy that's secretly cheating on his wife, he went back to cheating, because the mojo over there is done. Carolina's got a black cloud over it, and I don't think it's going to stop raining, okay? I do like Cam Newton, but he's already proved he's not the best quarterback at all. Carolina, fuck, man, that team's not who we thought they were. Cam Newton's a good quarterback. I'm not going to give up on him yet, because he has a whole career ahead of him, but superstar status, absolutely not. Maybe for a commercial. Cam, you better thank your fucking agent, dude. You've been making a lot of money on commercials. Yeah. You got a lot of talent. I can name you 5 guys better, and it's kind of hard to do, dude. Anyway, yes, they're done. I really can't explain how. Well, yes, I can. They're a young, very talented team, and as you know, in NFL, it's not so much about youngness as it is about making veteran decisions.
Right.
Okay? That's why veterans are so important on the team. Veterans, you know why they keep veterans that might be past their time, or guys that are real good, like a Ray Lewis? You know why you keep a Ray Lewis veteran? To teach a guy like Terrell Suggs how to be a fucking beast. A guy that's young and has his energy and out there doing his thing, spending money, going to nightclubs, partying, doing his thing, and teach him how to have the mindset of a veteran when he plays the game.
Exactly.
So that's pretty much what's wrong with Carolina. A lot of young guys, they're not really mixed up with too many veterans. So I would say to Carolina, bring a couple veterans on the practice squad and on the sidelines to get these guys in a veteran thinking way, because here's the deal. They're just a young team. They need to have just a little bit more focus and training. They have all the talent in the world, so I'd have to blame that a little bit on the coaching as well. I'm going to blame that a lot on the coaching. I'm going to blame that a lot on the owners, because if the coaches, if the offense coordinator, the defense coordinator, special teams, if these players already proved they can be taught right with the right motivation and the right teachings.
Right.
Obviously, something's going on over there in Carolina. Very suspicious. Do not bet on them. Don't even watch them, because they're fucking boring and it ain't worth it. I hope you guys can read through the lines on this one. Carolina -3 at New Orleans. The total's going to be 55. Shit team. Cam's hurt. -3. Orleans. Average team. Playing good. Total 55. I'm going to leave that, guys, up to you to call 877-220-6540. Take advantage of one of those promotions. Let me take you over and beyond what you ever thought was possible. Fair enough. We're going to get into Major League Baseball, which is normally the big skipper section, because he goes over everything. And shout out to the big skipper. I know that you have plenty of clients out there. I respect your decision. I hope everybody else does, for taking care of our people. Skip has a lot of clients in town. Skip runs my company. Skip, like I said in the past, guys, when it comes down to Skip's things, it goes family, VIP, podcast. That's how it goes with Skip. So he's going to make sure, and it damn well should be, because if you're signed up with our company, I mean, I love all of our viewers, and I'm going to give the show to them. We gave it to them anyway, but you got to cater on the people that are spending money, and that we tout over $2 million a day with other people's money. So you got to make sure, that we're focused, and I hope you can respect that's the case. But I'm going to get into Major League Baseball. There's really not a lot to talk about. That's why I was comfortable doing the podcast, going over all the baseball without the big skipper. Shout out to the skipper. There's only a couple teams left, Garcia.
Yeah.
The Cubs waiting for the Dodgers. Listen, Cubs play Dodgers tonight in a game breaker, okay? You got Scherzer on the mound for Washington, Hill on the mound for the Dodgers. Do you give the Dodgers plus $1.50 in a game like this? Not no, but fuck no, okay? Yeah, the whole world has bet Washington from $1.40 to $1.50. Yeah, I understand. I think on paper, you think Scherzer looks a lot better than Hill. On paper, it probably does. But I'm going to tell you one fucking thing. I'm going to look right in the camera and tell you. If you think that you can give the LA Dodgers $1.50 plus $1.50 with what they've done all season, you're fucking disrespecting them. Now, is this a game that I would bet and bet a couple $100,000 on myself? Is this a game that I'll be touting to my big players? Absolutely not. This isn't a big money game. But I got to tell you guys, if you're handicapping the game or you're looking at a game to play a game to get a good value or something like that, you don't give Dodgers $1.55 when they've been kicking ass all day, all year long. So, like I said, it's not a game that I'd bet, but best believe you don't disrespect the LA Dodgers and make them plus $1.50. Right. And we'll leave it at that, because if you're thinking they're playing this game to lose with everything they've done this year, then I got some beachfront property to sell you in Las Vegas as well. They're going to be playing their fucking ass off, okay? And the biggest heroes, by the way, for the Cubs would be the youngsters. Or Wilson Contreras, who delivered a pinch hit, 2-run game-tying single. Single, huh? Think that weed was good? The game-tying single, just like Veronica, single. And Javier Baez, who completed his dominance of the series by driving in the go-ahead run as the Cubs win the NLDS 3-1. So Cubs are pretty serious. I've said it all year long. I'm going to keep saying it. Cubs won the World Series. I said it before the season. But with the odds, it wasn't like I was doing anything special. But when you've been betting on them all year like I have, and you're betting them in the right times, and you don't bet them when they're -$2 and $3 because they lose, I want to give a shout out to the Cubs organization. I'd have to say we've made well over 7 figures on the Chicago Cubs this year. So thank you for your team. Thank you for covering the spread when you guys are minus $1.30, $40, $1.20. Guys, it doesn't matter. You got to watch the lines. You got to watch the money lines and spread in baseball, because you can actually make a lot of money. Speaking of baseball, Big Papi, I love it when they call him Big Papi. And the Red Sox swept by Cleveland. Now, listen, Cleveland has LeBron James back. They got a kick-ass basketball fucking team. Cleveland's doing good in baseball. And you just said earlier, what's up with their football team? I think what would be a word in Spanish? What's El Shitzo in fucking Spanish? Huh? Yeah. What would be Garbaggio in fucking Spanish? Caca?
Caca.
Okay, so, but at the same time, Cleveland, you don't need to have 3 teams, man. You already got fucking LeBron. But anyway, Cleveland sweeps and beats the shit out of the Red Sox, which, by the way, I thought the Red Sox would do a lot more to support Papi. Papi, you had a great career. Shout out to everybody out there in Boston. Papi, you gave Boston a great career. I know as a fact the last couple years you've been playing sore. You've been giving the fans what they want. And for that, as a baseball player that goes out there and gets the job done, man, hats off to you. You had a great career. Ortiz hit 315 with 38 home runs and led the AL in RBIs. This guy's given the Boston Red Sox a phenomenal career. He played when he's hurt, and he's the true meaning of baseball. Congratulations on your retirement. You were a great player, Papi. And we'll leave it at that. People ask me, will Ortiz be in the Hall of Fame as the first designated hitter? Most say yes, because his postseason numbers are absolutely fucking crazy. I think everybody knows that, including a 450 batting average. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. This year, Kobe retires, Tim Duncan retires, Kevin Garnett retires, Peyton Manning, now David Ortiz. And I got to honestly say, these guys are superstars. 16 titles combined in their respectable sports. So in their different sports that they play alone, Kobe, Tim, Kevin, Peyton, David Ortiz, combined, they got 16 titles. Yeah, that's a fucking powerhouse. You talk about doing a commercial, get those motherfuckers together, huh?
Yeah, totally.
My God. But look, let me go over that list with you one more time because the young has moved in. I told you, it used to be sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Right.
Now it's sex, drugs, and hip-hop. It's not a fucking secret. That's why Howard Stern's playing out. That's why I'm going to need to take your job here in about 5 years and be the new Howard Stern. They don't want to hear about Ozzy Osbourne and see the long hair anymore. They want to hear some shit talking. And the same thing, I mean, Howard Stern's a beast. I love him. I love everything about him. But you get a little older and the new generation has to take over, right?
Yep.
So Howard, just go ahead and pass me the baton. I'll go do his job for millions of dollars all day long.
Go get it.
That's exactly how that is. But Kobe absolutely needed to retire. Tim Duncan, man, that motherfucker square as a box of Apple Jacks. I was tired of seeing his ass. Listen, and I was also tired of seeing him in the league for all those years, never having a woman either. Get some fucking pussy, would you, fucking Duncan? We've never seen you with a woman. You got all these titles. You ain't never got no bitch. And it's not like you're hiding her. Either you got a 400-pound girl at the house, or either you got a motherfucking duff, or you just ain't you ain't shooting too many nuts off. Kevin Garnett, true OG. Worked his ass off. And let me tell you about Kevin Garnett. This is a guy that got handed $250,000 at 19 years old when nobody got that type of money. Garnett's in his upper 30s. This is a guy that could have went off the deep end. This guy listens to rap music. He got the big ass earrings when Diamonds and everything were in.
Right.
He's a very current, popular. He's street smart and businessman at the same time. What I give him credit for is, Kevin, to be where you come from and to handle that the way you handled it and to handle your career without getting in any trouble or doing anything bad and being a professional on the court and being you off the court. Out of all the players that I've mentioned. See, Kobe got caught bending a girl over the couch fucking in her butthole when he was married. So, I mean, if you ask me, like, why am I praising Garnett? Garnett is way more of a street and way more connected than a Kobe Bryant. Okay?
Right.
Kobe Bryant's, as far as like a brother, like a wannabe Garnett. He was a square from France. Garnett's, playing ball at Doolittle, fucking cool ass dude. But love Kobe Bryant too. Kobe's career may be on a stellar level, higher. Actually, it is a career overall maybe higher than Garnett. Garnett gets a little respect. But Peyton Manning absolutely got to retire. You're making more money on Papa John and marijuana out in fucking Colorado. You're goddamn right you need to retire because you're making too much fucking money. You need to take your brother with you. That motherfucker got 2 rings. He's fucking terrible. Eli, go call your brother. Go do some commercials. I like your guys' commercials. Keep doing commercials. Love Peyton Manning. His career was stellar. What he did for Denver was fucking amazing. But more importantly, what he did in Indianapolis for the Colts was even more impressive. And, did the coach make a good decision to get rid of him? Yes, because you have to build your team, but I would have took another Super Bowl myself and then let him retire and try to find a new quarterback. Andrew Luck is the truth. He is a beast, but the team's set up like shit, and they're just playing terrible. It's not Andrew Luck's fault at all. That guy's a fucking superstar. You need to bring Andrew Luck over to the 49ers. See what the fuck they can do. Speaking of 49ers, let Colin Kaepernick play. I don't like him either, but he's just a fucking kid, man. He's trying to take a stand. He doesn't know any better. And I believe what he believes in, but I believe there's a time and place to do it all. Believe me, man. I've been on TV. There's a time and place for everything. I don't believe everything that I say, but sometimes you got to play the game, and there's a time and place. But San Francisco, let Colin play. I already know that he's going to play. You guys almost have to let him play, and I think he'll do good. And David Ortiz, time to retire. He gave it all he had until he was too sore to play, and for that, I appreciate it. That's what makes me wonder sometimes, do these guys take supplements because they are sore?
Right.
I mean, I'm not trying to have people's back on steroids, dude, but steroid is a supplement that helps you when you tear muscles, when you're sore, HGH to make you heal better.
Right.
I mean, these are drugs that are high-class drugs to take for your body to heal and be better. So that's a whole nother conversation as well, but we won't get in there. Let's get into the American League. Toronto at Cleveland tomorrow, which is going to be the Friday night game of the fucking century. Toronto at Cleveland, guys, that's a marquee matchup right there. If you think you know what you're doing, you think that game looks like good on paper, you better be careful. Veronica, Cleveland's bullpen is very, very strong. Right. You could use a strong bullpen in your life, huh?
Of course.
if you could call in a couple righties and a couple lefties here and there when you, huh?
Yeah.
If the righty's not doing the job, you call in a lefty?
Oh, lefty, yep.
Wouldn't that be good, like, for you women? Because I know this is a fact. Like, goodness. I'm sure you have a guy that maybe do oral good, right. Or he can play with you good, maybe knows how to play with your shit a little bit good, or fuck for 10 minutes but can't fuck for 40 hours.
Right.
Don't you think that'd be good if you had substitute mates?
Yeah, right.
Like a bullpen.
Tap them out.
Yeah, like I'm gonna bring in I'm gonna start the game with Javier because he eats a good pussy. Yeah. But Javier really don't know how to give me the next level. So in the third inning, once I get one on the oral, I'm gonna move Carlos in for the stimulation.
What a great idea.
And then I'm going to go ahead and close with Juan because he can fuck for 4 hours of pounding until I'm done. So do you girls out there need a bullpen in your life? Go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Let me show you how to get what you want out of life and sex. You're not getting the nuts you want from home. You're not getting what you like. Put a bullpen together. Right. Veronica's going to.
Let's not tell anybody that.
Let's talk serious a little bit here about Toronto and Cleveland. Cleveland's bullpen is very, very strong. Andrew Miller, which was part of Run DMC, he was part of the DMC fad over there at New York Yankees. And the reason why you heard a lot about the DMC is because you've been with me over at Mark D's. They're Yankee fans, but those were their closers, DMC. Andrew Miller has only a 1.4 ERA. Now, you got to listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. A 1.4 ERA with a 0.69 whip, with 123 strikeouts and only 9 walks. What does that equal? One of the baddest motherfuckers out there. To be careful. What does that mean? Be careful with this motherfucker because he'll shut your ass down. Cleveland has a very, very strong bullpen. So what I would tell you guys about that game right there, Cleveland against Toronto, I'd have to say if Cleveland gets up, their offense can support them and get a lead. Their bullpen can bring them home. It's just a matter of can they get that done. Toronto, on the other hand, can score some runs. They're good as well. Their closer, Cody Allen, continue. Let me finish up with Cleveland, and we'll move over and talk about our boys. Also in Cleveland, talking about strong closers, their other closer, Cody Allen, is also very good. Miller and Allen, these two pitchers combined, threw 40 combined relief pitches in Game 1 of the NLDS. First time two relievers have done that since 2008. In other words, they're throwing so many strikes, they're not out there throwing hundreds of pitches. So, when you have one closer come in and then, you have another closer and between the two of them, they got 40 combined relief pitches in Game 1. That's some fucking serious shit. Yeah. And first time two relievers have ever done that since 2008. So records are constantly getting broken in these playoffs. Major League Baseball is constantly getting better. These teams are constantly competing. And as far as Toronto, me personally, I don't like Toronto. I understand why we make Toronto part of the Major League Baseball Association. But understand this, Toronto, you're part of our league. Fucking Major League Baseball isn't a fucking Canadian deal, okay? We gave you one fucking team. So be professional, play by our rules, don't throw shit on the field. And they're Major League players that live from all around the world. They're not Canadian players. So, make sure you realize that, Toronto's a strong team too. Their fans, some of their fans I might not like, but that's going to be a marquee matchup right there with Cleveland and Toronto. It's going to be a real good game. Postseason has been electric so far, and probably should continue. We've been kicking fucking ass. We've been knocking them dead. We've been making more money in these playoffs than anybody in the world. Everybody and their mom's been betting the unders. These games been going overs. Everybody's been betting a high favorite. It goes the other way. Guys, you got to know when to bet, and you got to know when to bet at the right time. It's not so much about winning a game. It's winning against the spread. And that's what I give you Hello, the most feared sports bettor in the world. That's what I can do. Show you how to get the fucking money. Show you who's gonna, who covers, who don't. Show you how to get the job done. Veronica,
Yes.
let's get into a little entertainment here a little bit.
All right.
Studies say that, you go ahead and read this shit, because I'm not a selfie type guy. I mean, studies say the more selfies you take, the happier you are.
Right.
Kelly takes more selfies than I've ever seen in my fucking life. I'm just wondering who she's sending them to besides me. Hopefully nobody else. But if I was sitting there taking 30 pictures of my dick, she would probably be wondering where I got them from. But I understand it. Girls are sexy, and Kelly's sexy. I mean, all girls are sexy. Do you do the selfies? You take a lot of selfies of yourself?
I don't think I take a lot.
I mean, be honest. How many?
But I
Maybe.
take some.
Huh? You ever
I think
selfied a
some
picture
of
of maybe your tits or something and sent it to
Maybe
somebody?
once or twice.
Huh?
Maybe once
You
or
ever went
twice.
full vaginal? Because I know a lot of girls are
I think
okay with
they-
showing the vaginal, but then they might not be okay with one of these up close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because me and Kelly have talked about that in the past. There's a difference between a naked picture, like if you sent me a picture of your tits and I could see a little bit of your puss, versus an open vagina. That's
Oh,
that's a
totally.
pussy flick versus a naked picture, right?
Yeah, that's
Naked
that's
pictures-
Hustler versus Penthouse. or
Actually,
Penthouse versus,
it's nobody no more. Penthouse changed and
They
so did
did?
Playboy. They're not opening their lips all the way anymore.
Oh,
They're,
wow. I
yeah,
didn't
they're
know.
trying to be a little bit more professional.
oh wow.
It is more sexier when you see. I mean, Penthouse did take
You
it too
show
far.
a little less,
For a
right?
man, I like to see your boobs, just like a strip club.
Right.
I've never liked an all-naked strip club.
Totally nude. Yeah.
A girl comes on and dances from you, is all excited, you're thinking to have a good time, and all of a sudden you look like you spilled milk on yourself.
Right.
I don't need that. That's unsanitary,
that's-
okay?
yes,
I don't know you. I don't know where that thing has been, and I don't want you rubbing that motherfucker on me. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, for the man, it's all about the imagination.
Right.
The beautiful tits, your nice little pants on. Keep your pants on,
Right.
and you imagine the rest.
Right.
So, the all-naked strip clubs are just too much.
Yeah. I
So there's
agree.
definitely a
I
difference
agree.
between a pussy pic and a naked flick.
Oh, totally.
So a University of California, Irvine study reports that more smiling selfies a person takes, that they are happier in their life. Kelly's not happier, but she takes a lot of selfies. Do you take a lot of selfies?
I don't think I take a lot of smiling selfies.
Well,
Now
what's
that I
your
think
int-
about
well-
it, a lot of mine are
Well,
pretty serious.
well, guess what? Maybe
why I
that's why
take
you're
it.
not so motherfucking happy.
It could be.
So
I'm
why
gonna
don't you
have to
take
start
some?
smiling.
Why don't you listen to the study here and see if it might help you as well.
Right?
A University of California Irvine study reports that the more smiling selfies a person takes, that they are happier in their lives. The study covered 4 weeks of students taking selfies, and even when fake smiling occurred, the study came back with those who did more selfies were happier in their lives.
Huh. Well,
Now,
maybe I'm gonna have to start smiling.
because you are not a happy motherfucker.
That's
So
no,
do me a favor.
apparently
I'm going to demand that you take at least 4 or 5 smiling selfies a day.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
So once again, guys, the study over there at University of Cal says, do a little bit. I mean, is this for guys too? Because that's pretty corny.
Why?
Hi. Hi. Who the fuck am I going to send a
you're
selfie
right,
to?
yeah. Post it on Facebook.
Steve Stevens.
Yeah,
I
with
want
a big
to
old
see you in the winner's circle. Huh?
Yeah, don't
There
do
comes a
that.
time where you deserve to shine.
Don't do
See you
that.
in the winner's circle. Jeez. I mean, what the fuck? They'd be like, this dude's a dork. Huh?
Totally, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. So, but studies say, ladies, you should try it, all right? And that doesn't mean take a fucking picture of your tits and send it to your
No.
best friend's friend or somebody else or get nasty with it. Be true to your dude, don't be a slut. But if you are taking selfies, make sure you send them to a guy you're dating or someone that excites you, or send a selfie to the right person. Don't be a slut, because a lot of people don't like sluts, you know what I mean?
Yep,
I mean, anybody can do that, but
anybody.
women, start taking more selfies, you'll be a little bit happier. They did a test. Even when you do fake smiles, fake it till you make it.
Fake it.
Fuck, the women been doing that for years, haven't they?
Yeah, totally.
I'll never forget. I can't even tell the story. I don't want Kelly being mad. All I know is that, yeah, it's not even worth the story. When I was 19 years old, I had sex with this girl, and I was drunk, and really my shit wasn't even where it was supposed to be, because I was just like half throwing up.
Yeah.
And she was just acting like I was killing it,
yeah.
knowing damn well I wasn't.
Yeah.
Real turn off. Ah! Sweetie, my shit's limp. You're getting
my
about 3
God.
inches dick.
Yeah.
So if a woman really like, but you could do that because you really like somebody and probably really get a nut off, but you wouldn't know.
I think sometimes we do it just to get it over with.
You're faking
just
it.
so
Yeah.
you can
you
think
will.
that we're
We
there
definitely
and you
not.
can get the fuck off.
Well, me and my girl have real deal sex.
No.
But listen.
I hear you, but
Oh,
I'm
that
just
definitely will make a
saying.
motherfucker nut quicker. That's why, like, here for you women out there, if you're just faking and you want a guy to come real quick, oh my God, what would you say? Give me some things that you tell her to do.
Oh my God, don't do this.
Yeah, what would you say? Yeah, what would you say?
Oh yeah, get me. Do it.
Oh, your cock is so big. Oh, you're killing it, huh?
Get it.
Yeah, get it.
Get it.
Yeah, so for guys, if you want a guy to come real quick, all you got to do is bend over doggy and let him look at it, go in and out, and it's about 40 pumps before he, oh my God, what? Oh, I'm going to hit it all night. What the? Why did you have to show me that? What's going on? So yeah, if you're trying to get it over with and faking it, I would talk real dirty, acting like he's killing it, and maybe hit him from the back for a little bit. But if you're having sex with somebody that you got to fake it, you're pretty fake too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I can
Don't do
understand if you're a child, but over 25 years old, that just means you're fake, your life's fake, and you're fucking someone who you shouldn't be fucking. You're a slut. Sorry. Or if it's bad sex, I mean, that's completely different. But moving into entertainment news, Shia LaBeouf, these nuts, gets hitched by Elvis in Las Vegas.
Yep. It's not legal though.
Well, yeah, I'm going to
It's
get
not
in.
a legal
Hold
marriage.
on, we're going to get into that.
All
Because
right.
as you know, we went over last week about him.
Yep.
Actor, Shia LaBeouf and his girlfriend of just over 1 year got married in Las Vegas at the Elvis place this last Monday morning. The duo had their nuptials done by Elvis at the Viva Las Vegas wedding chapel. Shia had a friend live stream the ceremony, which is kind of strange, being that he hates the media.
Right.
Shia has millions, but went cheap with just a $450 wedding photo package. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, he probably did it once, so.
Well, I think that me and you actually, what you were about to tell me that no one knows, we actually have the answer. So, ladies and gentlemen, why did he live stream it? Why did he go cheap? Because I'm thinking that somebody already paid him money. Because remember, paparazzi was over at the chapel?
Yeah, that's what I was
You
just
don't
saying.
live
You don't
stream
want-
something that you're about to sell.
Right.
Or that you play dumb about. He hates the media.
Right.
So go ahead and tell me what you just found out today, and then I'll tell the people pretty much what happened.
Oh yeah, that the wedding wasn't legal.
Came out on the Today Show.
Right, it came out on the Today Show that the wedding was not legal. It was just a commitment ceremony. They never got a wedding or a license.
Yeah, if you're going to get married all the way, you got to go down to the county, get the marriage license, and then the Elvis thing is just for fun and kicks and giggles, or go get married at a legendary place.
Right.
Over, because a lot of superstars have been married there. They still have Michael Jordan's name up on the sign over there. You know I'm the Michael Jordan of the industry. Even Michael had to come out here to get married. But so I'm thinking he pocketed a lot of money.
Right.
He doesn't really have much going on in his life right now besides his wife and his marriage.
Right.
And yeah, they came out, it's not even real. They live streamed it when he hates the media. So good way to pocket a couple dollars. I think you're a fucking absolute dork. And Shia LaBeouf, you can buff my balls right on your chin because I think you're a fucking nerd. And it is what it is. You've had your little meltdowns. You've had your little things. You're a transforming fucking dork. You don't know how to play any serious roles. You'll always be that little kid, the scared guy in the fucking Transformer movie. And what do I do? And yeah, and that's about it. But I don't give a fuck about you. You're not a main celebrity. So, I mean, I don't know why people were really worried about it to start with. Because, paparazzi was like, it's got to be weird because, number one, no one really cares, but why would he live stream it? So he obviously got some money, him and his girl. You know what they probably did? Did a promotion, actually get money to go do his real marriage and throw all these motherfuckers off.
Probably.
But, hey, Shia, you don't got to worry about following anybody following you. No one gives a fuck about you. Do you? You care about Shia LaBeouf?
Not really.
Anything about him? Or?
I mean, no.
Okay. But let's move on about a guy that you do care a lot about.
Oh, yes.
LaBeoufing. Would you LaBeouf Blake Shelton? Yes or no?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay. Well, then you don't want to.
Heartbeat.
Then you don't want to hear
I
this.
don't.
Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are getting serious.
That bitch. No.
They say what you feel. Music star. Listen, I thought, I followed Gwen Stefani since she came out with Don't Speak, a little chubby, fat white girl.
Right.
A little bit overweight. She was cute. I never liked her. I always thought she was a little cute because her song was good and she came out in her little dresses.
Right.
But yeah, and then she turned herself into a beautiful girl. But by nature, you take the money and no doubt away. you're looking at a girl that, let me see what she would look like if No Doubt ever came out, huh?
Can you imagine?
Let's think
I don't
about it.
know.
What's another actress in Hollywood? What's that funny girl that was on Trainwreck?
Amy.
That's Gwen Stefani with No Doubt.
Oh my gosh. I can't even think of her.
And
last
no
name
money,
right
huh?
now.
Amy Schumer. Yeah.
Yes.
Gwen Stefani is a Amy Schumer because she's a cool girl. She'll drink,
Right.
smoke a joint with you.
Right.
You know, yeah, and but yeah, without the money in Hollywood and No Doubt, that's about where she'd be. But anyway, music stars Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's relationship appears to be getting serious. Yeah. You know what that means, and you know what sources tell me what made it serious is she let him hit the butthole.
Oh.
So, I mean, I think you would know in a relationship
I
when
can
you
see
do let
that,
it hit,
yeah.
when the guy hit the
Well, it
ass,
goes there.
it's getting
a
pretty
whole
fucking
nother
serious,
level,
isn't it? Because if you guys are dating, you don't just give someone in your ass.
No.
Because there's a lot of things that could go wrong to, you know, so you're really committing to something good when you're giving them the ass. So
Right.
I would have to say
Yeah,
they're
I
getting
would have to
serious.
say.
But among on Gwen giving them the ass, that's how I knew it was serious when sources said that they were caught at the store looking for Jube and Annalise. They have been together for over a year after getting to know each other, filming NBC's network hit show, The Voice, which, by the way, if I have to look at Alicia Keys' wardrobe, everybody knows she's a sister. Everybody knows she's a beautiful black queen.
Right.
Do you really need to dress like Muhammad? I mean, what are you doing? Whoever her stylist is needs to get fucking fired. We're way past the days of segregation. Our president is black. I mean, there's prejudiced people, guys like us, me, this generation. There's no prejudice out there. You don't need to wear the black queen hat for everybody to know you represent black and this, that, and the other, and your fight for freedom and strength, because you've never had any fight for freedom. You've been rich. You've been a fucking piano player from day one, and you're rich as a motherfucker. So fight rich people. If anything, I should go put on a fucking hat and go on the show and say, fight Alicia Keys, because your life hasn't been a struggle. My life has been a struggle, and it's not a matter of you're white or black to grow up with struggles. I've been beat up by the police a lot, like a motherfucker. It's just a matter of what neighborhood you come from or who you're dealing with. But yeah, a lot of it, the black shit and people beating up and the cops and doing all that shit, I support that whole movement. But it's more of a neighborhood type thing. I mean, they beat up other people too, but I support what she's doing. But sweetie, you're a beautiful woman. Will you wear some normal clothes and follow your stylist? And if I got to look at Miley Cyrus one more fucking time, I'm going to throw up. So by far, this is the worst viewed voice of all fucking time. Looking at Miley Cyrus. I mean, guys, if you've watched the show,
I love the
listen,
show.
But listen to me. Okay, so you're going to be give me an honest answer.
Yes.
When you watch the show, because we already know Adam can't stand Miley Cyrus.
Right.
So if you look at the show, it's almost like Miley and Alicia are there, which you guys are doing terrible, by the way, like on what you're saying and what you're doing. I've caught Blake and Adam literally looking over like, what the fuck? What the fuck did she just say? Because they're supposed to be funny and poke jokes at each other and fuck around.
Right.
They can't even come up with one-liners to fuck around with. You know, you got to do more than, whoa, you killed it. That don't do much for me, Miley, or, you know, it doesn't do much, Alicia. You know what I mean? Doing your thing and woo. Be a little bit more into the show that you're getting paid to do. Watch the talent, but learn how to break it down a little bit more. Right. And we all know Miley is known for her personality, is talking shit and being weird, which is fine. But I just think the mix of the beautiful queen, Alicia Keys, next to the clown, Miley Cyrus, Cowboy Bill, fucking Blake, your boy, and square-ass Adam, who's fucked every supermodel in Hollywood. Yeah. It's a weird combination. I don't think it mixes too good. It don't mix like two dicks, Garcia.
Right.
I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, sounds like, to sum up the story, your people are getting together. They're going to get married. Recently, the couple took Gwen's kids to Disney World. I mean, it is what it is. I've already discussed Gwen's, and I can give you a little insight on this too. All right. I personally know 3 women that dated and fucked Gavin Rossdale. They said he literally has the littlest dick that they've ever seen.
I've heard that, I think.
No, it's a fact.
Maybe it was from
you. You can't be a rock and roll star like that and be a superstar with not having, I mean, don't get me wrong, you married the baddest one and you're supposed to be loyal and stay with her. But, so to go from, you know, little dick fucking Gavin Rosdell over there.
Right.
I mean, all Blake had to do was be a little bit above average to fucking kill her and blow her mind.
I'm sure.
So, I mean, if Blake is hanging with anything average or above average, let alone like maybe Anaconda style,
Yep.
he blew her fucking mind and took her to a level that she never thought was possible.
Yeah.
Because at 40 years old, after having kids, is your most sexual time with
Right.
your partner to where you know what you're doing. Because at your age, you tell people what you want, or your partner
Right.
knows what you want. Look, eat
Right.
my pussy like this right here, do this, fuck me right here, fuck me
Right,
this
right,
way,
right,
this way,
yeah.
and you know each other's routine.
Right.
So, I mean, he blew her out of the water, but I'm just saying,
Yep.
wasn't really a big defeat coming off.
No, they were both coming off
But hold on, because
bad marriages.
your other homegirl, Miranda, that you didn't like, his ex, said he wasn't all that good in bed either, Blake.
I don't know.
So what I'm saying is,
Crazy. She was a
yeah,
born
well,
woman.
so it sounds like she might have went from a 5 to a 7. What happens if she ever gets hit by a 10? Oh my God, that bitch is gonna lose her mind.
Crazy. Yeah.
She'll
She'll go
you and
crazy.
me, we need to be together in any type of weather with your dick.
Oh my goodness.
So shout out to Blake and her being happy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gwen never getting a 10-inch cock and getting blown away. Actually, I think she did. The guy that she wrote the Don't Speak song about. The fucking long dong Mexican in her band.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Wasn't that the guy in her band?
So fuck, she's been hurting. No wonder she ain't wrote no good songs in a while. Gavin ain't bottomed out.
Well.
Ladies, if that guy can't give you the tear you're looking for, if he doesn't give you that orgasm you're looking for, there's other guys that will, trust me.
Yep.
But anyway, how do you feel on Blake and Gwen? And be honest.
No, I'm happy for them if they found love. I mean, what else?
Stop
what
lying
else
so
is
fucking
there?
much. Hey, at least I know what you look like when you're lying now, you lying ass. Anyway,
Do
man.
I wish he was mine? Yes.
Right, well, listen, there's
Am I
plenty
ever
of
gonna
it.
get him? No.
Listen, you've had front row at all these fucking iHearts. I mean, how many country, and be honest, how many country fucking bands have you seen in the last
Oh,
6
gosh.
months? Let's just say year.
Well, I
It's
went-
dozens.
Yeah, I went to Route 91, and so that was a lot.
You're always
lot there.
what's your little bar? You're always at Stoney's.
BJ's.
BJ
Oh, Stoney's.
BJ's
I
and
used to
what?
go
And
there all the
Gillies?
time. Gillies.
And
yep.
you still can't find a fucking cowboy with a beard to
would
throw
be
you to fuck
surprised
around, huh?
What the crowd is in there?
You're not going to find that burly cowboy to throw you around?
No.
So, guys, like I said, you know, if you want to throw Veronica around, you want to grow a beard out, you want to step up to the plate, go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, sign up for $250. I'll throw in a 7-day service of Veronica, absolutely
Nice.
free. Fair enough? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just to recap everything, like I said, Austin Matthews breaks NHL history as a rookie with 4 goals, and the only 4 goals in the game, in his debut game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You are an absolute superstar. Steve Stevens gave you the breakdown in the history of our Las Vegas boys, the Fertittas. Thank you, Fertittas. When you think of Las Vegas, you think of Steve Stevens, Darren Otero, and the Fertittas. That's what the fuck you think about. I gave you guys the insight of what's going on with the LA Raiders moving to Las Vegas. It will be our team. The Senate passed. We will be paying for this. I mean, all we needed to do was approve the money from our city to do it, and we've already got approved. So it's happening for sure. It was a 16-5 vote. The Nevada State Senate on Tuesday voted to approve the $750 move, and I gave you the breakdown exactly how the Fertittas are monopolizing Las Vegas, and I love them for doing it. In college football, there were 4 big teams that were ranked in the top 10: Ohio State, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nebraska. Once again, a little props to the defense out there in Michigan. Props to defense in Ohio State for only giving up 10.3 and 10.8. I asked you guys a poll question. Do you think Ohio State or Alabama could beat the Cleveland Browns? I say absolutely fucking not. As a normal football fan, Veronica says absolutely. NFL ratings are down on television, but they're up overall, which is a fantastic thing. So for all of us guys that are sports bettors and sports consultings and love football, it's growing and growing and growing into almost $1 trillion industry. There's going to be more money to be made in sports betting than any other investment in the world. So don't let the TV guys fool you. You don't need to feel sorry for NBC. You don't need to be sorry for ESPN. Fuck them, because all they do is make money anyway. Their ratings are down. Who gives a fuck? Overall views are up. That's because hundreds of thousands of people are watching it live stream on Twitter. FanDuel. I gave a message to DraftKings and FanDuel. If you dumb motherfuckers would have went for the sports legalization during your 15 minutes of fame, you guys could have passed a bill in at least 11 different states, and you guys would be stealing money right now. But you didn't take my advice. So keep your technology up, get the fuck out of the business, do fantasy football, and go and find some money to support and put into to make sports betting legal. Because as soon as that does, you guys will make millions, and you'll see me at your door. Because I'm going to need my cut. That's for fucking sure. So that's how that pretty much goes. Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. I said keep him. The other question that we have is, should Jerry Jones put Tony Romo back in the game when he's healthy, yes or no? My answer is no. I say you let Dak Prescott go out there and do his thing until he does something that's not worthy. And you agreed, didn't you?
I agreed.
When a guy has 0 interceptions in his first 162 passes, 10 away from Tom Brady's record, hello, that is serious fucking shit. Cam Newton hurt himself, and no one gives a fuck except for that TV show he does on MTV and the hot dog people. That's pretty much the only people that are upset with Cam Newton. They are a fraud. It's not their fault. They have young talent. I blame it on the coaches. Teach those young guys over there how to get the job done, because they showed last year with the right coaching, they can be superstars. Want to say, Big Poppy, thanks for everything you gave baseball. You don't have to be a Boston Red Sox fan to love a solid baseball player. Shout out to Poppy, Will Ortiz for retiring with a great baseball career. Shout out, salute. I love you, brother. Like I said, Toronto at Cleveland on Friday. Tonight, you got a marquee matchup in the NFL. More importantly, it's hot. Chicago Cubs are just sitting there ready to get the job done. And like I said the Cubs will always do it. Let's see if they do it. I told you tonight in that marquee matchup between Scherzer and Hill, I told you that giving Dodgers, Scherzer's a great pitcher. It's not a game I'd bet money on if I was going to handicap or break the game down. And I didn't have a lot of money if I was betting for fun, I would take a shot with that plus $1.50 because that odds aren't right. Yeah, momentum's with him. Yeah, Scherzer's a beast. But don't forget what LA's done to get here. Pretty much, they say if you take 4 or 5 happy selfies every fucking day, you're just a happier person in life. If I see guys out there doing the selfie, I'm glad that, listen, no. I want guys to do it. I want guys to do it. Just understand, I'm not doing it. And you guys that I see out there doing it, you look so corny and dumb as fuck. But you know what? If it makes you happier than 7 out of 10 people, keep doing it. Veronica, I demand that you start doing more selfies so your mean ass can come in here a little bit more happier during the day.
Face, huh?
You know what I mean? Shia LaBeouf got married in Vegas. Try to act like he didn't like the media, but why the fuck would you do something like that if you weren't doing it for money? They didn't get their license to get married, so it's not even real. So it was basically a waste of our news out here in Las Vegas' day. Yep. Don't ever come out here and waste News 3, News 5, 18, and Channel 13's news, because we'll come out there and slap the fuck out of you. Stay your ass out there in Cali, dork. Anyway, Blake Shelton and Gwen ruined Veronica's
future.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this to see what kind of woman. If Blake Shelton, backstage at a concert, was married, you already knew she was married to Gwen. This is how we're going to leave the podcast.
Oh, goodness.
If she was married to Gwen, but he was making passes on you and wanted to fuck you, and give me the real answer. You already said you don't give a fuck about Gwen.
Right.
And you're single, so it doesn't really make you a slut. Would you fuck him?
It would probably make me a groupie, but yeah, I
Yeah,
probably
well, pick
would.
you a groupie, but you look like something that you wanted,
sure
right?
would, yes.
Everyone has a little groupie in them.
I mean,
Ask Mr. Barr.
He's number 1 on the list.
He's number 1 on the list.
Yeah.
So, Veronica, read into that mic there. If you seen Blake Shelton backstage, he brought you backstage, wanted a little dome, wanted you to nibble his balls and do a little sex, would you do it, yes or no?
Yes.
That's all I wanted to hear. And that's why I love you. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, on the behalf of VIP Sports Las Vegas, VIP Sports Podcast number 93, Major League Baseball is in full effect right now. Like I said, these games are barn burners. These are games that you got a lot of fucking information on, and they're games you can make a lot of fucking money on. Like I said, college football, NFL is in full effect. Shout out to Matthews over there in the National Hockey League, breaking a record as a rookie. You were superstar. That'll be a record no one breaks for a long time. Does that mean he's going to be the best player to ever hit NHL? I doubt it. But that record right there was very, very impressive, and it sure starts your career off with a big fucking bang. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, only reason why I do this podcast is to legalize sports betting and to make you guys better salesmen, make you more motivated, take you over and beyond what you ever thought was possible. This is what I want to leave you with. If you're in sales, I want you to go to work today, or I want you to take my motivation before you go into work, and you listen to this and you take this to the heart. You look in the mirror and you let yourself know nobody's better than you. Deep down, you are a motherfucking beast. Why do you think I'm Darren Otero in my personal life, but Steve Stevens at work? Because I have an alter ego and I turn into a superstar beast, a guy that doesn't take no for an answer. Here's what I want to tell you guys today. A lot of you salesmen out there that sound like carnival guys that talk real quick, and it's a little bit different than me. I don't sound like a carnival guy. I talk fast, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about. A lesson that I'm going to give you guys today, you always want to listen to the client. If you don't listen to the client, you won't know how to sell them. If you listen to the client, make the client laugh, he'll tell you how to sell him or tell you what he likes. You don't want to fucking ask questions either. You always want to assume. Do you like making money? Could you use a couple extra bucks? Let me ask you a question. You do like making money, right? Could you use an extra $500 in your life? Oh, you know you can. You don't put it in question form, you put it excitement. But like I said, guys, get into your sales force, realize if someone's outselling you, look at the number one guy in your sales force, look at your competitor that's inside of your room, see what he does to be number one and imitate it. And then what I want you to do is take your personality, add to it, and be the baddest motherfucker in the world. Because you were born for a reason, and God gave you your mouthpiece for a reason. And remember this, streets ain't for everybody. Why do you think they make sidewalks? VIPSportsLasVegas.com. I love you. See you, wanna be ya. See you, wanna be ya. See ya, wouldn't wanna be ya. And don't let that Steve Stevens Kush fuck me up. Make sure it fucks you up too. Fair enough? Anyway, we love you. See you, wouldn't wanna be ya. Don't let the players be the only ones.
Mic check, bitch. Mic check, bitch. Hearing things. Hearing things. Been hearing a lot of shit though. Gotta release that shit, bitch. Fuck you. Hold up. I got you, Dirk. I got you, Dirk. I got you. I got you.
I keep hearing things.
Let the money talk to
I keep hearing things.
Let the money talk to
I keep hearing things.
Let the money talk to
It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking. The sports book keep calling me, I won't lie. They really want to kill me off, but I won't die. Even though I lost the last game, I'ma try. Cause it's a constant struggle to make this money multiply. To make this money multiply, I gotta take some chances. Follow my gut and never bet with my heart. Never bet with your heart when you're playing with cream. And when it comes to scream, I ain't got a favorite team. I keep hearing that. That's the sports book calling, telling me to bet big and go all in. Alcohol in my veins, I'm all in. 100,000 on one game, that's ballin'. Call up Steve Stevens, get a little advice. He like Sam Rothstein in real life. We might lose one game, but we never lose twice. The money talks too much, I can't sleep at night. I keep hearing things.
Let the money talk to
I keep hearing things.
Let the money talk to
I keep hearing things.
Let the money talk to
It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking.
It's Steve Stevens. I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Pop. Hearing that.